As the world braces for another round of extreme weather patterns, climate scientists are sounding the alarm about an impending El Niño event that could shatter records and wreak havoc on a global scale. With the current El Niño already reaching super status and showing no signs of slowing down, experts warn that 2024 could bring unprecedented challenges to communities worldwide. From scorching temperatures to devastating storms, the coming year may test the limits of our climate resilience like never before. But what exactly makes this El Niño so concerning, and how can we prepare for its potentially catastrophic impacts? Join us as we break down the potential devastative impact of this phenomenon. Unraveling El Niño and La Niña, the climate's double-edged sword. The El Niño Southern Oscillation, ENSO, is a complex dance of oceanic and atmospheric conditions that profoundly influences global weather patterns. At its core, ENSO is characterized by two opposing phenomena, El Niño and La Niña. These climate patterns, which alternate every 2 to 7 years, act as a double-edged sword, each bringing its own set of challenges and benefits to different regions around the world. El Niño, Spanish for the boy or Christ child due to its tendency to appear around Christmas, is characterized by warmer-than-average sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. This warming disrupts normal atmospheric circulation patterns, leading to far-reaching consequences across the globe. During El Niño events, the western Pacific experiences drier conditions, while the eastern Pacific sees increased rainfall. This shift can lead to droughts in Australia, Indonesia, and parts of Southeast Asia, while simultaneously causing flooding in Peru and Ecuador. Conversely, La Niña, the girl in Spanish, represents the cool phase of ENSO. It is marked by cooler-than-average sea surface temperatures in the same region of the Pacific. La Niña essentially amplifies the normal patterns of Pacific trade winds and ocean currents. The eastern Pacific becomes cooler and drier than usual, while the western Pacific, Indonesia, and Australia face increased rainfall and flooding risks. North America often experiences colder and stormier conditions in the north, with warmer and drier weather in the south. The impacts of these climate patterns extend far beyond the Pacific region. El Niño can lead to milder winters in Canada and the northern United States, increased rainfall in the southern United States, and a suppressed Atlantic hurricane season. Meanwhile, La Niña often brings drier conditions to the southern United States, potentially exacerbating drought situations, and can enhance the Atlantic hurricane season. Both phenomena have significant implications for global agriculture. El Niño can lead to poor harvests in Southeast Asia and Australia due to drought, while potentially benefiting crop yields in parts of South America. La Niña might reverse these effects, bringing abundant rainfall to Southeast Asia and Australia while causing drier conditions in South America. The alternation between El Niño and La Niña is not always predictable or regular. Some periods may see a rapid switch between the two, while others might experience prolonged neutral conditions. Climate change adds another layer of complexity, potentially altering the frequency, intensity, and impacts of these events. Understanding ENSO is crucial for climate prediction and preparation. Meteorologists and climatologists closely monitor Pacific Ocean temperatures and atmospheric conditions to forecast the onset and strength of El Niño and La Niña events. This information is vital for governments, businesses, and individuals to prepare for potential impacts on agriculture, fisheries, water resources, and natural disaster risks. The perfect storm. Why? 2024's El Niño could break records. As we delve into the heart of 2024, climate scientists are growing increasingly alarmed about the looming El Niño event that threatens to shatter previous records. The current El Niño, which began in the summer of 2023, has already etched its name in the annals of climate history as one of the strongest ever recorded. From November 2023 to January 2024, the tropical Pacific Ocean's temperature soared to an unprecedented 2 degrees Celsius above normal, a threshold crossed only 6 times in recorded history. This super El Niño status is a clear indicator that our climate system is being pushed to its limits, with far-reaching consequences for weather patterns across the globe. What makes the 2024 El Niño particularly concerning is its potential to persist and even intensify throughout the year, defying the typical pattern of peaking and then gradually dissipating. Several factors contribute to this worrying forecast, creating a perfect storm of climatic conditions. First and foremost, global ocean temperatures have been breaking records since March 2023, creating a vast reservoir of heat that could fuel an even stronger El Niño in the coming months. This unprecedented warmth in the world's oceans provides a fertile ground for El Niño to thrive and potentially reach new extremes. Compounding this issue is the amplifying effect of human-caused climate change. As global temperatures continue to rise due to greenhouse gas emissions, the additional energy in the climate system could supercharge El Niño's effects, making it more difficult for the pattern to break down naturally. The extreme strength of the current El Niño has already significantly altered global wind patterns, potentially creating a feedback loop that sustains or even intensifies the event. These disrupted atmospheric circulations could lock the Pacific Ocean into a prolonged El Niño state, extending its impacts well into 2024 and possibly beyond. Moreover, the ocean's ability to absorb and dissipate excess heat may be compromised due to long-term warming trends. This weakening of natural cooling mechanisms could allow El Niño conditions to persist longer than usual, further exacerbating its effects on global weather patterns. As we stand on the brink of this potentially record-breaking event, climate scientists are working tirelessly to understand its dynamics and predict its impacts. The 2024 El Niño serves as a stark reminder of the complex and interconnected nature of our planet's climate system, and the urgent need for continued research and action to address the challenges posed by a warming world. A world turned upside down. Global impacts of an extreme El Niño. As the world braces for an unprecedented El Niño in 2024, the potential global impacts paint a picture of a planet in turmoil. This extreme climate event threatens to reshape weather patterns and test the resilience of ecosystems and human societies on an unprecedented scale. One of the most immediate and widespread effects will likely be the occurrence of unprecedented heat waves. With global temperatures already at record highs, an intensified El Niño could push the mercury to dangerous new levels. Regions such as Southeast Asia, Australia, and parts of Africa may face prolonged periods of extreme heat, posing significant threats to human health, agriculture, and infrastructure. Cities could become urban heat islands, putting vulnerable populations at risk and straining energy grids as demand for cooling soars. Shifting precipitation patterns are another hallmark of El Niño events, but the 2024 occurrence may exacerbate these trends to catastrophic levels. While the southern United States and parts of South America might experience increased rainfall and potential flooding, Southeast Asia and Australia could face severe drought conditions. These dramatic swings in water availability could lead to crop failures, water shortages, and increased wildfire risk in affected regions. The warmer ocean temperatures associated with El Niño provide more energy for tropical cyclones, potentially leading to a significant uptick in both the frequency and intensity of storms, particularly in the Pacific Basin. Coastal communities may face an increased threat from powerful hurricanes and typhoons, with the potential for widespread damage to infrastructure and loss of life. Marine ecosystems, already under stress from climate change, could face devastating impacts from a prolonged and intense El Niño. Warmer waters can trigger widespread coral bleaching events, potentially leading to the collapse of vital reef ecosystems. Important fisheries may be disrupted as fish populations migrate in search of cooler waters, affecting both marine biodiversity and the livelihoods of coastal communities dependent on fishing. The agricultural sector stands to face significant upheaval as shifting weather patterns wreak havoc on global food production. Some regions may experience crop failures due to drought, while others struggle with excessive rainfall and flooding. These disruptions could lead to food shortages and price spikes, potentially exacerbating global food insecurity and economic instability. Increased wildfire risk is another concerning aspect of an extreme El Niño. Drier conditions in places like Indonesia and Australia could set the stage for another severe wildfire season, potentially rivaling or surpassing the devastating blazes seen in recent years. These fires not only pose immediate threats to life and property, but also contribute to air pollution and further carbon emissions, creating a feedback loop that could exacerbate climate change. As these varied impacts unfold across the globe, the interconnected nature of our world means that no region will be truly isolated from the effects of this extreme El Niño. From disrupted supply chains to large-scale human migrations, the ripple effects of this climate event could reshape geopolitical landscapes and test the limits of international cooperation in the face of global challenges. Preparing for the worst. Strategies for climate resilience. As the world grapples with the looming threat of an extreme El Niño in 2024, the need for robust climate resilience strategies has never been more pressing. Governments, organizations, and communities are increasingly recognizing that preparation and adaptation are key to mitigating the worst impacts of climate-related events. One crucial aspect of climate resilience is the development and implementation of early warning systems. Advanced meteorological technology and improved climate modeling allow for more accurate predictions of extreme weather events. By investing in these systems and ensuring that warnings reach vulnerable populations quickly and effectively, communities can better prepare for impending disasters, potentially saving lives and reducing economic losses. Infrastructure adaptation is another critical component of climate resilience. This involves redesigning and retrofitting existing structures to withstand more extreme weather conditions. For example, cities prone to flooding might invest in improved drainage systems, while coastal areas could construct seawalls or implement nature-based solutions like mangrove restoration to protect against storm surges. Buildings in areas susceptible to extreme heat could be redesigned with better insulation and cooling systems to protect inhabitants during heat waves. Financial resilience is another key consideration. Governments and organizations are developing innovative financial instruments, such as catastrophe bonds and parametric insurance, to provide rapid payouts in the event of climate-related disasters. These tools can help communities recover more quickly and reduce the long-term economic impacts of extreme weather events. As we face the prospect of more frequent and intense El Niño events, these climate resilience strategies will be essential in helping communities adapt and thrive in an increasingly unpredictable climate. By investing in preparation and adaptation now, we can build a more resilient future capable of withstanding the challenges posed by climate change. There you have it. It's now time to hear from you. In the face of such global phenomena, what role can each of us play in fostering resilience and promoting sustainable practices? Let us know in the comments below.